So I work for Conwy County Borough Council. We've had some funding from Welsh Government through the LEADER programme, which allows us to explore new opportunities. Our project is putting sensors out which can be used to measure things electronically, gather the data, send it back to a central space, and that means we can look at it in graphs, we can see trends, we could receive alarms and alerts, maybe if temperatures are too high or too low, or if someone has been detected, or if a water level is too high. It's just exploring the opportunities with that, really. What we were trying to achieve is a good question, because at the beginning we didn't quite know, because the market's changing so quickly with new sensors coming to the market. So we started off with some temperature and humidity sensors, because we're thinking that'd be good. People want to know about heating, because even 2 years ago heating was expensive, let alone today. But as the projects have matured and people have seen new opportunities, we've explored flooding sensors, which are lower cost compared to the traditional sensors that have been put in historically. Because they're much lower cost means we could explore other areas which traditionally wouldn't be covered, and we're looking at covering more areas of the county in that way. LEADER funding gave it a big push, an injection, to say, because what we were able to do historically was set up the aerial in an office and go, well, that's good. But we were able to roll it out across many rural schools, across vast parts of the rural parts of the county, and go, well, and try it and apply it in different methods rather than just in an office environment. Go, what can we use in a farm? What can we use in a school? What can we use by a river? And all sorts of different contexts and scenarios. Success stories that we've had have been the CO2 one with COVID, because when the LEADER project first started, COVID was not on the horizon, really. So we've used CO2 sensors in schools, which have also measured temperature and humidity. So you remember in schools, to ensure that the amount of fresh air was going round, the windows and doors were left open, and yet the heating still needs to be on. So that was a battle. So we were able to gather data on that, how effective it was. We've also been on the back of that. That was also been used in a carrot way rather than a stick way, where we've used it in the office to show employees that it is safe to come back to the office, because the CO2 levels are low, which demonstrates as good air circulation and therefore a lower risk of COVID being transmitted. The flooding sensors as well is also a big appetite. Other North Wales authorities have seen our project, where we've got sensors like this, where we're measuring a plastic float inside the tube. Other North Wales authorities are excited by that design, and they want to implement it as well. And I don't think we could have got that off the ground without the LEADER project either. Because we were able to demonstrate success in parts of the LEADER funding, has enabled us to approach Welsh Government directly to say we think there are other opportunities in other areas. And we've managed to receive another additional £60,000 of funding there to enhance the coverage across the county in other smaller rural communities, including communities that don't have schools, because that's where we've been using the signal coverage. So we're looking at Nebo and Llangwm, where we're looking at using the street lights to provide coverage. We're also, as part of that Welsh Government funding, we've also implemented free public Wi-Fi in Llandudno as well. We're looking at expanding it, and that will also help us gather information on the amount of people, how busy the town centre is, where people are walking to and from. We're not able to identify anyone individually, but we're just able to say 5,000 people have been in the town centre today. Can compare that to July and August last year, and you start to build up real profiles of where the busy parts of town are and when they are busy.